Welcome back, Dungeon Delvers, to the Lucky Die. Previously, balance gives everyone a headache, Rhal has the best day ever, and Zaltanna feels the need to keep on moving. Now that the welcome committee has been dispatched and the narrow walkways traversed, the team and their companions make their way deeper into the stronghold. But things are not as easy as they first appear, as one of their own hits the deck. Will simple tasks sap them of their energy? How many double ones await them in the darkness? And are they going to be able to revive both Jens and Rhal? I guess you're about to find out. Welcome back to the Lucky Die.
Jens is lying unconscious on the floor, covered in essentially a thin film of acid. Rhal has passed out amongst you all. What do you want to do now?
Oh, do I still have smelling salts?
It's a medicine type thing. It's extremely low, so yes, you can use them.
Oh, it is medicine? I kept getting confused. I keep thinking it's actually smelling salts, but with medicine in them, and I'm like, how am I getting low on them? Is he snorting the smelling salts? But I guess that's what's happening, right? Is that what I just shove them up his nose? Is that what I've been doing?
Yeah, you basically shove them up his nose and he inhales.
Technically speaking, it's Amos perfume. That's all it is.
Technically speaking, that's what it is. Yes.
It's what?
It's Amos perfume.
Going back and listening through our own podcast the one time now, I picked up on things like that.
Going back and listening through the early episodes, I picked up on nothing because I'm dumb.
Anyway, yes, you do have Rhal's medicine.
Cool.
Should you wish to use it?
I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna shove one of them perfumes up his nose.
Okay, as you approach Rhal and basically put this to his nose, you realise that his nose is clotted with clumps of blood.
Gross.
You can see there's acid pouring out of his mouth at quite a rate, and you can hear a very faint sizzling. You clear the blood from his nose, you shove the bottle in there, and as you see him breathe in, you see the very last of the... That's what happens. You see the very last of what was in the bottom of this bottle disappear. There is nothing left.
Oh,
While
my
that's
God.
happening,
Rhal, you are now conscious. While that is happening,
Balance is going to rush over to Jens, and he's going to use just one psi point for now, because he needs to be very frugal about this. He's just going to use one psi point to do amend wounds on her, just to get her up.
okay. Yeah, go for it.
So amend wounds for one. Wow. 1 HP.
Wow. Holy Hannah. Her body chemistry is very unlike anything you've ever known before. You kind of need to know a little bit about the biology to force it to heal itself, but hers is obviously very different, or something you're very unused to. Because she has her own natural healing, you would assume, being some sort of phoenix. But she does regain a single hit point. Her eyes flutter open.
Balance is leaning over her, looking down. Are you all right?
I don't think that was the password.
I could have told you that using the same password twice would be very idiotic.
Then you should have.
I have nothing else. To be fair to him, and she begins to get to her feet. I didn't exactly give him a chance.
Well,
Here's 2 more. as she points at the other two. You see Homer meander over to her, and you see him like tap the back of her knees twice, and then just like give her a quick tap on the bottom of her back, and he casts Cure Wounds.
Aw.
Thank you, Homer.
Homer is a good boy.
That's not a problem.
Rhal scoots against the wall and is like sitting up against a wall now, and he's noticing that you guys are still trying to figure this out. He kind of like puts his hands over his ears and focuses on his breathing and tries to ignore everything that you guys are doing right now.
Oh. All right. Well, I have no idea what Zaltanna's doing. She's probably standing looking between Jens and Rhal, looking really concerned, but also looking really like anxious and antsy, like she wants to go, but they can't because they need the passwords.
There's how many runes left?
2. They
Just
basically cover the path. You have to, yeah.
How big is this tunnel that we're in? Or it's like a canyon more so, right?
Yeah, more like a canyon, yeah. So it's a 20-foot wide corridor, bottom of this canyon. It goes up and gets wider at the top, and then it gets wider like as it goes up. But at the very top, you can see it becomes like pull itself in and get narrow. It's real high up. You probably wouldn't see that far, but you've traveled 500 foot down at least, so it's probably at least that high. Yeah.
Homer.
Hey.
You're able to move earth and stone, you had said before, right?
Oh, I have got a spell for that.
Is it a very taxing one, or is it a bit
I don't
softer?
think so. I think it's I think it's a pretty high-level spell, but I don't think it'll destroy me all that much.
Well, because I'm having a thought. If I recall my studies of magic correctly, usually glyphs such as these, if they're moved from their original casting point, after a certain distance, they'll essentially detonate on their own.
That tends to apply mostly to things that have been applied on objects, but it's been applied on the floor. I guess you could determine that as an object.
I mean, in the worst case
Oh,
scenario.
look at that. I can move a 20-foot cube.
Oh. How
And look at that.
fortuitous.
I can be like 120 feet away.
Oh, look at that. I just happened to look at my character sheet, which I happen to have here in my backpack, and noticed
I'm going through my diary. I couldn't remember exactly what my record was.
Well, I am quite old. Sometimes you forget sort of things you've got access to.
Oh, look,
I
I've
could
done
probably
this.
give that a go.
Yeah.
Why don't you all back up a little bit, and then I'll try get this moving.
Right, probably a good idea. And we scoot our asses backwards.
Yes. Wait, actually, would Rhal hear that? Because Rhal's like covering his ears.
While Homer's getting ready and bracing himself to do that, Balance is going to walk over to Rhal and kind of just put a hand out towards him to help him up.
Rhal, seeing that he potentially needs to move, will get up.
Balance is going to just put like an arm around Rhal and lead him towards the back and just in a whisper, is everything all right? Do you need to take a break?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Are you sure? We can take a breather if you need it.
I'm okay.
All right.
All right, are you lot ready?
Yeah, get with the stonework.
From like a mile away. Ready back here.
Yeah, Zaltanna's also very far away.
What is going on?
He's gonna move
we're
a cube.
Disarming. Yes.
Was it a 30-foot cube? He's gonna move a 30-foot cube. 20.
20-foot cube.
Trying to get in my axe. There we go.
Rhal puts his hands over his ears again, but is standing and watching.
Roll. Sweet little boy.
All right. What you guys see is you guys back up, almost back to where you started, like back around that kind of like little turn. You can see Homer just on the edge, like rolling his shoulders and lifting his staff high, and you see his robes ripple as if there is air movement, but there's no breeze down here. You see him lift his staff high, and you see vines crawl from the staff down his arm and down his body into the ground itself. And with a mighty yell to the whatever nature he's calling to, he slams his staff down into the ground. And you see a 20-foot cube that was where the runes are indicated push themselves into the air. And you hear this massive explosion as these 2 fireballs explode roughly 20 feet high in the air and very clear from any of you. Yes. He rolls his shoulders again. He lifts his staff high off the ground, and you see vines begin to shoot up from the ground. And as they do, you see this earth begin to fall back down into the correct place as he casts the second version of this, so that you guys have a non-bad terrain area.
Aw.
There you go. That's 2 of those spells done.
Balance walks back over and gives him a pat on the back. Well done.
Wasn't much of nothing, really.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Well, my concern is that and as he says that, you just see, and you see this arrow embed itself on the ground next to him. It's quite loud. And you see another arrow come charging towards him, and I will be getting everyone to roll initiative.
Yep, there it is.
Oy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
I quit.
Natural 20. Because
This is my resignation.
Well, you can't resign until you die. Well, Jen's got a natural 1.
Ooh.
I got a 24, not natural anything.
sucks to suck.
Homer did equally badly. Jesus. No, he did slightly better. We have Benno, who did real freaking well.
I love
He got a 22.
Homer, just the nature thing. He was basically like reaching out to the gods of rock. And that sounds really cool to me. Rock on Homer.
Rock on Homer.
He calls on the power of Kiss.
Of course, it has to
Are
be
you
Kiss.
calling
There's
Kiss
no
the
other.
gods of rock? Because I'm gonna have words with you.
They
Well,
literally
it
have a
Black Sabbath,
song
it doesn't
called
fit with him.
God of Thunder and Rock and Roll.
AC/DC.
That is true, but they're not the
First
gods
back
of
to
rock.
Salute. Okay, so we have Jens, Benno, Elise, and Homer. You don't have any other companions I'm forgetting, are you?
Karuna.
Oh yeah,
Karina does not count.
I mean,
Karina is here, but she does not count.
Karuna,
All right.
still more
Okay.
useless than Elise.
All right. So Zaltanna, you got a 20.
I did a natural 20. Hey, baby.
We have Rhal, who is clearly shooken up, but on his toes at a 24.
yeah, he's paying attention.
And we have Balance at 17. That's actually not bad, my dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Starting off hot. Let's see how roll 20 fucks us tonight.
Yeah. It's not fucking you yet. Okay. At the top of the round. Oh wait, I need to roll for my boys. I'm gonna make them all go on. No, I'm gonna go 2 separate waves. I'm gonna say these are plurals of people, not singular people. I'm just gonna make them all go at once because it makes a lot easier. All right. Top of the round, Rhal.
Oh.
You see these 2 arrows embedded in the ground. One of them slightly broken either side of Homer.
Rhal. I don't know if
Faints.
I've ranged anything. What am I going to do?
Don't know, man. You could just get your shit and run. I mean, it's an option.
No, I'm going to run over up to where the arrows are and try to look to see what's shooting at us, but I probably won't be able to do anything about it, so I'm just going to position myself to where I am in front of everyone.
So take a perception check, but at disadvantage. Because you could have been like watching the arrows. You could have figured out roughly where they came from.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's a disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's still a 21, though. Wow, Rhal. Holy shit.
He's so scared. He's totally on edge. That adrenaline rush he got
An
earlier.
18 and a 19.
Boom.
Shit. Sorry about combat
you can
later.
tell.
guys.
Sorry. You can tell that these arrows came from some distance up the walls of this canyon that you guys are in. If you were gonna make a guess, you're probably gonna say it's on, probably from a short bow or a long bow. This isn't a bolt, so you're probably looking somewhere between 80 and 320 feet.
Wow. That's quite far. Ooh.
Yes.
Can I determine how many people are firing at us?
Yeah, these are two. I'll give it to you on that perception. You can tell there were two different feather arrangements in the fletching, two different fletching patterns. So you would assume two different people.
Okay. Rhal's gonna run over there and use all of his movement possible and actions and whatnot to get as far as he possibly can. I forget how to play Dungeons and Dragons, so I have a speed of 45, whatever movement I can get to get over there, and whenever he's able to, he's going to try to scale that wall.
Okay, you're going to try and climb the wall. All right, if I remember rightly, climbing is half your movement speed, and you need to make an athletics check.
Athletics, God.
But it only goes for like 20 feet up the wall because of your speed. 22 and a half feet up the wall.
How high up is the platform?
He reckons it comes somewhere between 80 and 320 feet. He can't actually see how high up this went because he doesn't have dark vision.
Are there like cuts in the rock or rough rock to where I could acrobat to some next ledge and make it a smaller portion of the way up?
A very small amount, but not a whole lot. Like,
Okay.
Basically, when you get like 20, 30 feet up,
I can
it's
just try the
almost
athletics.
sheer. It's like very difficult, yeah.
Ugh, it's not going to be good though. Do I see any like obvious ways up there?
Not really.
Okay, a door that's locked, guarded somewhere.
Nope.
Nope. Just got to
if
get
you
up there or run, huh?
Yeah, I mean, if you look down, again, because you can't see very far, because
Yeah.
you don't have dark vision, you just see darkness along the end. You would suspect that it's leading to something, but yeah, you're kind of hindered by the fact you can't see.
Okay. Well, yeah, Rhal's still going to try to climb it, but basically he feels a little bit safer here because it's very inconvenient for them to shoot like straight down, probably. So in any sense, he's gotten here, he's satisfied, and he's going to try to climb the wall, but probably fail.
Okay, yeah, give it a shot.
Whoa, that was it.
Why are you at disadvantage?
I don't know.
So the first was a 2, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you basically get to the wall and go, I'm probably not going to be able to climb this.
Yeah.
Okay, then you find yourself very close to Homer. You can see where the ground has been disturbed by his spell. But that's about as much as you are able to do at the moment. Benno's going to rush over to stand next to Rhal, because it's now his go. He's going to look up in the direction that you believe they were, and see if he does any better. He does. All right, Benno looks up and he says, there's about 4 of them. They're standing up 80 and 100 feet up, 2 separate platforms. I think 3 of them have arrows. 3 of them have bows, and I think one of them is a caster of some sort. That's all I can make out. And that's basically going to be... Oh, no, he has second attack, so he's going to shoot one. Fuck him. That misses, though, because it's Benno. All right, Zal.
Okay.
Zaltanna.
So my thought is, first of all, real important question, because I have this really bad habit of not clicking long rest if we do a long rest, and I just wanted to know, did we, between the last time I used spells, have a long rest? And now?
No.
Or did we just, because I'm at full HP, but I'm like down 2 spell slots, so I'm just wondering, because
You used them in the last combat.
Yeah,
and we haven't had a long rest, right?
We haven't even had a
Zaltanna
short
wouldn't
rest.
have let us have a long rest right now.
No, you're absolutely right. I just wanted to check because, again, I'm really bad at clicking that button. Okay.
Yeah, that's
we
fine.
haven't.
I just wanted to make sure that my spell slots were correct. Okay. Oh, first of all, I have divine sense. So I'm gonna. That just seems like it's a bad thing to use on my. But I also like I can see pretty far in the dark. Can I see what it is?
You would probably only really see what Benno does, especially now he's pointed it out to you guys. Again, sorry, Rhal and even Jens, they can't see what's being aimed at.
Okay. Well, I know I want to cast Shield of Faith on Rhal, and then
Yep, that's perfect. Yep.
the other thing, but I can see this thing, right?
Yeah, now that it's been pointed out, like anyone who has dark vision is going to be able to see like the 100 feet up, two bow on one and a bow and a magic on another.
But it's further than 30 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay, that was
80 and 100.
okay. Well, then all I'm gonna do, I guess, then at that point is, oh, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith. Sorry, and then I'm going to cast Shield of Faith because everything I have is 60 feet other than that. So, Shield of Faith, enjoy it.
You as you reach out to touch Rhal, Rhal, basically you get the feeling of like a strange warmthness on top of your skin. Like it's not normal, and it seems to be like floating maybe an inch above, like you're close to a heat source but not actually touching it. It's like that all over your body. It's super weird.
Rhal looks mesmerized.
And it shouldn't affect your unarmored movement because it's not actually armor.
Exactly. It's perfect for this.
That's all I got because everything else is too far out, because those things are too far out of range for me.
Okay, that's Zaltanna done then. It is now the three bow guys. And of course I've only got two to do it, T20, so they'll have to do.
Too bad.
Rip. You hear shouts from up above. They're basically conversing with each other. It's like, yeah, get the little one. Yeah, fuck the little one.
Oh, fuck you.
And
Am I the little one or is the other one?
no, you are not.
Okay, well, then I don't care.
Homer.
As you see 3 arrows go shooting down from above, Homer gets struck in the shoulder, and he gets struck just across the top of his arm. And he takes... Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. He takes 10 points of damage as these 2 arrows get thunked into his chest. And he just looks up like, hey, that's not very nice. And that's the bow guys.
He's tough. He's a fourfold guy.
Yeah, he's tough. Still not nice. Balance.
Hi.
What do you want to do?
It's a good question. Well, first I'm going to join everyone else so I can actually see where I'm looking.
Mm-hmm.
So I see the 4 of them up there.
Yes.
Okay. The spellcaster. Can I get details?
The spellcaster is an elf. They have very long, flowing blonde hair. They have a headband on which pulls it back off of their face. He's wearing very long, deep blue robes, you would think, but dark vision colours everything an odd colour anyway. And they seem to have a smirk on their face as they watch their mundane companions shoot, pieces of wood with flint on the end at the small people below.
Do I see a spell book or any runes along the skin?
They have. They are covered in various runes. Even from here, you could probably see that they're glowing like a faint orangey color.
Okay. Balance is going to look at, let's say, the nearest dwarf to the elf. And
it's just like one elf and one dwarf up on the 100-foot ledge.
Let's go with that one then. That works perfectly.
Yep.
He's going to target the dwarf and use an ability called Occluded Mind.
Ooh, what does this do?
As an action, you target one
Occludes
creature
their
you can
mind.
communicate with via telepathy. The target must make an intelligence saving throw, DC 16. On a fail, the target believes one statement of your choice for the next 5 minutes that you communicate to it via telepathy. Statement can be up to 10 words long, must describe you, creature, or an object the target can see. Blah, blah, so on and so forth. If they fail, then it doesn't work.
Okay, all right, okay. What are you going to try and say to this person?
Balance is going to say, the elf is your enemy, take him out.
Ooh. Oh. Well, he rolled a 17 on the die,
Uh-huh.
and his intelligence is -1, so he hit 16.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Doesn't work.
That was so
It's
good,
a genius
though.
idea. But I will point this out, there are other dwarves. There's also the elf.
There is.
So this is a great idea, and I freaking love it.
Problem
Okay,
is
cool.
I don't have all of my side points.
That's okay. We can work on it. You have a movement to... Oh, no, you moved to get to Homer, so yeah, that's it.
Bonus
okay.
action, I'm going to switch my focus to the psychic assault focus, and that's it.
I think you were from last time.
I might have been. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you were from last time.
Probably.
Either way, doesn't matter. It's a bonus, and we'll go with it. All right, it's now Elise's go. Elise is going to run. And as she runs, she has access to Rowena's spellbook.
Yeah, she does.
As she pulls out the spellbook, the spellbook itself has changed. Rather than being a nice, beautiful book as it once was, it's now covered in a very dark leather. And it looks like the spells are written in blood.
Okay.
I hope that she, like, snaps that flute in half and just stabs someone in the throat with it, because, like, that would be the coolest.
That would be pretty freaking cool.
I have a question.
Death by flute.
Yeah.
Was the flute made with the god tree wood?
No, I think it was a random stick.
Oh, yeah.
You used the god tree wood for Taylor's.
I still have some of that.
Okay, as she goes herring past you, she looks at Rhal, who looks a little beaten up. And as
I
she
look
goes
beaten
past... Well, you're kind of like got blood pouring out your nose in a
full
really
HP.
gross way, dude.
Do I have full HP? I can't remember if I have full.
Yes, you do have full HP.
Okay.
Whatever your HP was is the HP you still have. You haven't lost it.
I mean, it says it's full on my sheet.
Then you're full. Yeah, I don't think you took any damage. You guys didn't actually really get hit in that welcoming committee.
No, I think I actually have 5 bonus HPs from something.
From balance.
Yeah. Still have
Balance
that on there,
is the best.
Okay.
Okay. As she
Motivational
goes
statement.
running past, she makes like as she's running past Rhal, she moves her hands, and as she moves her hands in a pattern, you can see that there's a very like small like gold light being left behind in the air, like you've taken a photo but left the exposure on way too long. And she makes like a little sign of a golden dragon, and you have inspiration.
Guys, I just
That's
want
her
you to
bonus.
know, like, what just happened. Rhal ran up to this wall for no reason, and everyone followed him and started doing magic tricks on him. And he's just so mesmerized.
Yeah. So yes, you have an inspiration die from a bog standard bard, not a valor bard, just your bog standard bard.
Okay.
And at her level is a D8. She's now on the other side of you guys. She has used her movement, she has moved her action, and she's just going. So she's a little head away from you guys. All right, so that was Elise. It's now Magic Guy. He looks down at you all. And...
I feel like more people are about to do
So-
magic to Rhal.
Oh, people are doing magic all over the place.
Can we name this episode Rhal is Magic? my little dragonborn Rhal is Magic.
They look at their companion, who had like a bit of a weird look across their face. They look down at their fellow elf, sort of give a nod of respect to the 2 elves down there, and you see them raise their hand, place their hand forward, and you see 6 little darts shoot out from the ends of their fingers and hit Elise in the back.
Wow.
Yeah. So she is getting hit with 6 darts of magic missile. So,
Why are you trying to kill the NPCs?
all right, she gets hit in the back for 17 points of damage. They actually didn't do that much damage to her.
Ouch.
All right. Yeah, but she is looking a little bit peaky, and you hear her like kind of cry of pain as she gets like smashed in the back.
No, my sister in arms. I
Is
love
she
her.
dead forever now?
No, she's still alive. Ugh, hurt so much.
She's not dead yet.
That's our magic user. It's now Homer. I wonder if we can do that earth thing again.
He should just squish them and crush them with the roof.
He should do that.
We are in a cave. He is God here. He is the God of rock.
You hear the God of Rock.
He's David Lee Roth.
All right. You see him lift his staff as he goes running after Elise, who's taking all these missiles in the back. And he looks at him and says, "Now that wasn't very sporting, was it?" And you see him like point to the end of his staff, and you see this swarm of locusts shoot out the end of it and go and envelop that top platform.
Ugh, that's so
and they
metal.
get hit with insect
That's not
plague.
the type of rock that I imagine Homer is. I imagine like a
he's
60s God of
different.
rock, Woodstock.
Wait, no, they're rock beetles.
Scarabs.
But yeah,
He's like
okay.
fucking Ronnie James
We'll go with
Dio
scarabs.
over here.
No, we're going with scarabs. And these scarabs fly out and they create a 20-foot radius sphere. So it's only going to get those two up there. But it does make the area difficult terrain and it obscures their vision slightly. Yeah, the sphere remains for the duration
That's
and
good,
its
'cause
area
they're
is lightly
archers.
obscured. Yeah.
Oh, God. He put bugs up there. I'm not going up there now, though.
Each
Bee.
creature in it must make a con saving throw. A creature takes 4d10 piercing damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. The creature must also make the saving throw when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a
Con
turn or
save.
ends its turn there. Yeah. It's good. So I'm going to make them both make con saves.
No, I need
And
to make
he's-
a cons.
No, you do not need to make a con save. No, Rhal. Well, one natural 20 out of that, so he doesn't count, but the other one takes all the damage. All right, so that was exactly half. That was 20 damage. The arrow guy looks fairly peaky, and the elf guy has lost some. Yeah. The bow guy up there is really getting taken to shreds by these scarabs. And the elf looks mildly perturbed and annoyed and just like flicks the scarabs off his shoulder with like, no more care than dust off his shoulder. All right. Yes, and Homer is now chasing after the others. It's now Jen's go. I hate all these NPCs.
Nah. You let us get them.
You guys are smart, so I wasn't going to stop you. Should I just fireball them? Because I haven't done that in a while. Oh, yes, she can. All right, to make things worse, she's going to set the bugs on fire.
Oh my god.
Oh, my con save.
No, they need to make dexterity saving throws.
No, I need to make a
as she
con
goes
save.
running along, like she's limping a little bit because like she got real beat up by the acid. As she goes, you can see her lift her wrist slightly. You can hear a very kind of like slow ethereal sound coming out of her mouth, and it slithers around her wrist a little. And a very tiny shard of this goes flying up towards where the archer and the magic using elf is, and you just see it just go and explode into a fireball. So the bugs are now also on fire.
Oh my god.
I just
And
feel
they both
useless
fail.
here. I can spit at them on my turn.
Yeah, just wait until this dude gets going, man.
Man, if only you like had proficiency in like darts or something. That'd be really useful, huh?
Yeah. No, I
What
mean,
would that be like?
Having what your class features give you at level 1. That'd be
I
wild.
could say that Rhal is proficient with darts because, the monastery is a bar.
Fucking do it, dude. Throw some arrows.
Okay, what you see, as everyone is like making their way away from, as most of your NPCs are trying to make their way away from this area where people have the high ground and shooting with arrows and shit. You see like these beetles just explode into these little fiery orbs and start attacking them, and you see this dwarf just like pitch over the edge, covered in these fiery beetles, and smash on the ground at your feet. The elf exits stage right and falls down the other side and also lands on the ground dead. These two are toasted.
Was that the magic
job,
using
Jens.
elf?
Yep, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck all elves that use magic, right?
Yep. So that was Jen's. So top of the round, Rhal.
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna scrub my magic guy out. Fuck that guy.
So Rhal pulls out 2 of the little climbing gear picks. And without any safety rope, without worrying about that bullshit, he's just going to like pick his way up this wall. And if he gets close enough,
Okay.
I will throw one of the picks at someone's face. That is my game plan.
I like it.
That's all
I
I've
also-
got.
I like
feet.
it.
It's 80 feet up.
It's it's very raw. Just panic and try to do something.
It's 80 feet up, my man. You have 45 movement, so it's a 22 and a half movement climbing speed.
Super on brand, though.
What's the range on an improvised throwing weapon? Let me just check.
You have to categorize it as a regular weapon that would exist and basically go off that. So I imagine it would be like a hand axe would be my guess.
Yeah. Let's check out the range on a hand axe.
30 feet, I think.
No, I think it's a bit...
Because I have one.
Slightly... 2060. So you could, in fact, go up that 20. 22 and a half. And if you got 22 and a half, that makes it just under 60 feet. 57 and a half. So it's within range.
I can use a key point to do some movement thing, can't I?
Yeah, but you still wouldn't be in range for it to not be disadvantaged.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would have to spend like your action climbing. I'll say you can use a key point and then you can throw it. Like I will give you that. Like we'll do that. Sure, why not? We'll circumvent the fact it's another attack. Like fuck it, whatever. Let's just do it. Okay. So yeah, if you want to climb, we'll do the climb check. Which I believe is athletics.
13.
You have inspiration?
No.
Slide down the wall. Your pick climbing ways, fortunately, were not quite there. It's a good idea. You
Everyone's
didn't get
just
anywhere.
everyone's trying to do magic at Rhal, and she's just very distracted by this.
Okay, you're done?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're probably done. Benno's standing behind you, moves his movements further along, but he does shoot twice at one of the dwarves. Let's say it's a male dwarf with a really good moustache.
Can they just shoot me so that I can deflect arrows? Fuck.
No. Well, that failed. Good job, Benno. Oh, but that one hit. That's fine. Okay. And you guys see this one arrow connect with the one with a seriously good moustache for a small amount of damage. That was Benno's go. Up next, it is Zaltanna.
Cool. So, here's my question. So you said they're like 80 feet, right?
Yeah, they're 80 feet up in the air.
Okay. Is there a ledge 30 feet up by any chance?
No.
Okay. So my plan is garbage and gone. So I'm gonna go over and do a little lay on hands. A little lay on hands on Lise. It's 5 points.
Okay.
5 points. Yeah.
You run up to your companion. You put your hand over the wounds that have been made by these horrific small darts. And by Tyr's grace and a flash of light, you heal some of the wounds on her back.
I fucking hate that these guys are so far out of my ability to smash.
Smash.
I need to smash, man.
Smash. Okay. That's Zaltanna. She's used her move. She's used her thing. And she's still concentrating on Rhal, so that's fine. 20, 17, 18. It's bow guys. You see these two guys. Again, they're pointing at the little Homer guy, who's basically running off. And they decide that they're both going to shoot all their arrows at him.
All of them.
Yep, all 4 arrows. Oh, that's horrible. Well, I rolled one dude. He has spot on accuracy both times as he nat 20s them both.
Well,
I cannot do this against you guys.
Yeah, do that against us. Fuck.
No, don't do that against us. What?
So he gets hit in the back for a good portion as 2 arrows go slamming into his back. And you hear him cry out in pain. But that doesn't stop the other guy shooting both his arrows at him too. Okay, 1 misses, thank fuck. But the 3rd one doesn't. But it's not a crit, so... That was max damage though. That was super harsh. Yeah, you see them like high-fiving each other and looking at the gnome with these like arrows sticking out the back of him, and it's looking like a really small, pathetic porcupine right now. Yeah. Homer. I love that guy.
Rip.
God damn it. Rip. And that's bow guy's gun. Done. So balance.
Okay. Well,
Now everyone does have 1d8 of hug heals.
Oh my god.
That's a good point. Remind me of that when we get to his go.
you said Benno shot one of them with an arrow, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna mind thrust it.
Fuck yeah. Oh, we haven't had this in a while.
So
This is reserved for like the most heinous of people. This is good. I'm gonna say it's the same guy that did the double crit on Homer. Because fuck this guy.
So intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay.
DC 16.
They fail. And he takes 19 psychic damage.
21 because of the focus.
Oh. Well, 21 damage is what it would take to kill him, so fuck yeah.
I'm gonna
It
say
wasn't
for
even
flavor,
as close
his
as
head
damage to
just
20. You
pops.
literally killed him. His head just pops.
Much like the deer back in that one episode.
Make an intimidation roll for me.
Sure. I'm not good at those.
That's
8.
okay. 8. The guy just like looks in horror, and rather than running in fear, he just gets super angry and like he's aiming to shoot you next.
Yeah, Balance just kind of does like a one-handed wave, like the finger waggle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, hey. Are you moving?
That's the weirdest come at me, bro.
If there's a way to get into cover slightly, Balance is gonna kind of just.
Not really.
Oh. No, you know what? Then he's gonna stand out in the open and be like, "Come on, shoot me, you fuck."
The very
Taunting.
fancy waggly come at me, bro.
If you can
Yes.
see me, I can see you. That's bad for you. Come on over here. Get a good look.
Please look at my friend.
Aim at me. You.
Okay, all right, we can work with this. Okay, next up is Elise, and she has only one spell slot left.
Vicious mock him. Make his head explode.
Good point. I think Vicious Mock is anywhere, so I'm just going to double check. So she can see at 120 feet, I think.
I would hope so. You can definitely
I
hear people
think-
over 100 feet away.
Oh yeah, you can shout loud and you get freaking heard, can't you? It says 60 feet.
Oh.
That's some
I
bullshit.
guess it's like I think it's like the depth of her magic though, like how far that aura extends.
That's fair.
No, she's just going to keep running. She's not going to bother curing herself because like she's in a bad way in like spell slot wise. She's going to use her movement and her action to move. So she's gone quite far down the corridor. As she goes quite far down and sort of out the distance that some of you can see, Rhal, she says, she calls back. She's like, there appears to be a splitting of the path ahead. 3 ways.
Oh, fuck.
Yep, that's what you get. It's now Homer's go. He doesn't appreciate the arrows in his back, but he's now a little bit out of their range. So he's going to just keep going and cast Cure Wounds on himself. At a slightly higher level, because he's super hurt. With some real bad rolls. I say super bad, he's actually not bad on health. Like, I think he has more health than most of you, so. Jens is going to look up. Is that too far? Because I don't really want to burn through all of her spell slots, like at this low level. Yeah. She's going to cast a level 3 Scorching Ray. She can just hit them. Yeah. So she does 4 rays. So she needs to actually just attack each one. That succeeds. Fails. Success. And a fail. Okay, that's not too bad. God damn it. Okay, well, every single dice rolls of those were 3. You basically see her throw her hands forward, and you see 4 rays of fire just shoot out from her fingertips, 2 from each hand. And they just crash. The center 2 crash into this dwarf. And set him on fire. He is unhappy, but he is still alive. And that's Jen's. So top of the round, Rhal.
Same thing, I guess.
Okay.
I don't have a way to get up there. Nothing I can do with that range until I can get to where I can throw something. 16.
Yes, you get up the 22.5 feet. You can now throw the thing.
Okay. It's an axe.
Yeah, hand axe.
So -3 because not proficient. 14.
14.
That didn't add your dexterity, though.
Oh, so +5. 19.
On a 19, that hits.
It is 1 damage.
Plus your dexterity.
+5. 6 damage.
All right. So this guy has been set on fire and now has an axe embedded in his chest, but he's not going down. This dude is still standing.
I'm going to keep hanging from the one remaining pike that I have wherever I am on this wall.
That's fair. It's now Benno's go. He still has range, so he's going to take his shots. Come on, Benno. We are all praying that you actually do something. Please.
So hard.
They hit. They hit on the dice alone. Fuck yeah. All right. Benno, do not fuck this. You see one arrow just go shooting into his throat, and you see this like splurt of blood, and as he grabs this thing and pulls it out of his throat as a natural reaction, you see a second arrow go straight in the same hole, and the guy pitches over dead backwards.
Oh, good.
Thank God.
He did something.
He's
Good
no
job.
longer useless.
He's no longer useless. Yeah. So you guys are now out of initiative. Yeah. Good job. Fuck, no one's dead yet.
Now that we're out of initiative, Balance is going to walk over to the corpses, and he's going to start looking through and see if they have anything that is of use.
Okay, so 2 of them fell. Yeah, 2 of them fell. So you have access to the magic user and the dwarf you tried to make attack him. Through their things, you find an assortment of arrows. You find a broken bow because he fell on it. You can see that the sorcerer was holding a small, like, trinket in the shape of a 4-leaf clover. And you can see that the dwarf has one too, but it's broken.
All right. Balance is going to take the trinket.
Yeah, and you find an assortment of like small gems and a couple of coins, which probably amount to like 100. Let's say there's like 250 like rubies, and like 12 gold.
Okay, so I'm going to take that stuff. Balance is going to toss the arrows to Benno.
He takes them. He definitely catches them because he's on a high right now.
Seeing that everyone's looting, Rhal's gonna, I guess, continue to slowly make his way up there with his pikes, his climbing things.
Yeah. Okay. I would say that over time, like you take. Are you taking your time?
Yeah. I'm not in a hurry to get up there now.
Okay.
Zaltanna's in a hurry for you to not be at the fuck up there.
Well, I think, like, all in all, I think it's take about 30 seconds to get up there.
Oh, then that's fine.
You can probably just jump off. You go through their things and you find 2 more of these, 4-leaf clover, like, trinket things. And you find about 14 gold.
Okay.
And a fuck ton of arrows should you wish to loot them.
Balance is going to show the trinket to Zaltanna. Does this look familiar to you at all?
Does it look familiar to me?
Nope.
No, I have no idea what that is. Usually, double ones, it's she points to where her tattoo used to be and then remembers that she burned it off with acid. And now she just has an acid tattoo. And she's like, oh, yeah, well, you know.
Balance is going to look over the trinket and see if there's any outstanding, like if there's anything that stands out to him, essentially.
Take a Arcana check for me, please.
Sure.
Oh no, guys, Rhal has 2
13.
of those.
You believe there's something magical about this? Like something ticks off, like just that little like initial like touch between the two. The broken one is clearly broken when you pick up the other one. Like you just get that tinge. There's something about this that's magical, but you can't define it particularly. Yeah, so you guys have like 3 intact 4-leaf clover type trinkets. 3 intact 4-leaf trinkets.
Ooh, since they're magical, maybe Jens will recognize them.
I'm going to climb down.
Cool, you do that. So I think even if you slip and fall, you're actually fine.
Yeah, Spectre would just laugh at me again.
Yeah, someone would probably catch you because you're fucking Rhal.
Everyone does magic to me.
Yeah, you can hand it over to Jens. If I remember rightly, Jens doesn't have identify, so she'd be going on a best guess.
Yeah, I want to not be holding those, so I'm going to hand them to someone else. Because
that's
they
fine.
came off of double ones and I don't like them.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck all them.
I give them to Zaltanna.
Okay, well, I'm going to give one to Jens, and I'm going to put one in my back pocket. And by back pocket, I mean my pack. Because I don't assume that Zaltanna has pockets on her outfit.
So, like, looking at these, I think there's some sort of abjuration magic, but that's about all I've got, really. I think it's some sort of protective charm, I think.
Yeah, I'll say that
That would be my best guess.
When Rhal figures out it's magic, he hands it over.
Okay, so I need to know who is going to have these trinkets, the ones that are... Sultana has one?
I think
Jens
it would
has
be
one.
wise whoever was in the front of the group carried at least one.
That's usually me. Maybe I should take 2.
That would be Team Melee, so that would be Rhal and Zaltanna.
Are you sure? They're safe?
I have an inkling suspicion that this may have been how they were getting past the glyphs that were behind us.
Oh.
I have an inkling suspicion that the double ones are doing some weird shit with magic now, and it's probably all my goddamn ex's fault. So, there you go.
Can we please get moving? If we're done here, can we just pick a path? Elisa's like gesturing to like she's come back to join you guys now. The danger, inverted commas, is over. She's pointing down into the other end of the darkness.
Right. Benno, can you tell if there's a path that was traveled versus the other 2?
Yeah, I should be able to do that, not a problem. As you guys make your way towards this further along the cavern, you begin to see what it is that she has mentioned. The cavern just suddenly comes to a bit of a stop. The wall or the rock ahead of you is particularly high. It's at least 200 feet, if not more. You can see that there are 3 pathways, and they're all 3 lit paths, but you can't see much into them as they either go up, down, or veer left or right. I would like you 3 to make a perception check again, because you guys are going to be like the stick for all of you, for who can see what. Zaltanna, you are technically at disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Fucking got
Irrelevant.
a natural one anyway, so.
That's fine. We'll take that as your roll.
I got a 12.
An 11.
A 12, 11, and a 1. Okay. Again, you guys are acting for the group because I'm not rolling 7. Fuck that. The highest being a 12. Yeep. You guys see that there's a lot of debris on the grounds. It's quite dusty. Like the debris is like various pieces of wood or like bits of rock that have fallen down, like a piece of cloth laying around. It's just all over this area in front of these 3 pathways. As Benno makes his way forward to check, you hear a click and he falls. And you guys hear a shifting above this 200-foot wall. And as Benno is laying on the ground, like on his butt, looking up, you guys can see this huge boulder beginning to roll down from somewhere behind. And you hear it shifting and rolling, and it's heading towards you. What do you guys want to do?
Are we in
I grab my
fucking
hat.
Indiana Jones right now?
You may be.
Oh,
I've been prepared for this my whole life.
Would it count as a missile? Can I deflect?
No, this boulder
Stunning
is
strike.
huge. It's you're looking at hundreds of pounds, and it's moving exceptionally quickly. You guys are quite close to this path. I'm not going to say much more unless you guys want to do like a very impromptu at disadvantage, like investigation or perception or something checks to inform what you're going to do next. Like they will be at disadvantage, but you can try something. Otherwise, just tell me what you're going to do.
There's 3 paths.
3 paths.
Okay. I'm going to make a very sound argument in my mind.
Sure.
Balance is smart. He has a higher education.
He went to college.
He went to college. I want Balance.
He also went to jail, so...
He did.
Most people who went to college went to jail.
I would like to see if Balance can figure out, based on the slope that we're on and the trajectory of the boulder, which of the 3 paths it is going to go down when it approaches the 3.
So when this thing rolls down and lands on the ground, it will basically cover those 3 pathways.
So it's dropping straight down, not rolling towards us.
It is rolling towards it. Okay, so like it's rolling down towards you guys because the trap has been set.
Uh-huh.
When it rolls and goes out the way and then falls back, it will cover all 3. So that makes sense. It's wide enough to basically fill this channel. So it's not going to like roll down one of them. Like it will just block all 3. I mean, it is possible to keep blowing it up afterwards, but that's a lot of time and a lot of effort. So, and also, there's a boulder coming for your face. It's gonna hurt.
We need to make a snap decision, and I'm going to look to Balance to do it because he's smart and he went to college. And, you know, I didn't. I was too busy leading a life of crime and John Wick style vengeance. So.
Well, I'm going to say that Balance has done oh shit, this is going to cover all of these. So I'm going to say that's his instant reaction because this thing is coming at you super fast. Like I'm basically giving you 3 reactions to do a thing when you shouldn't. Does someone else want to try and do something else to try and narrow down the options?
Okay, so we're running. What is it behind us? Is it in front of us?
It's in front
of us, coming towards us. We have to go towards it to get into the tunnel before it blocks the.
Correct.
Okay. Well, shit.
I was going to make you all randomly roll, and that decides where you go. But I think this is way more interesting.
Yeah, just making sure that I had that right.
Yep.
Man. Yeah, I'm going to just. No, he can ride his adrenaline. I guess I'm going to run over there. I don't think that anyone needs my help. Does anyone need my help?
No, the question is which tunnel are we supposed to be going? If you're running into one, we're going to have to go whichever one you go.
So there's left, middle, and right.
Okay, well, it's...
I have 3 distinct sets of pathways set for you guys.
Let me check here
so
which one
I'm about
we're
to lose
do.
like 4 pages of notes regardless.
Because if no one else is going to run first, Rhal will run because he's scared. So if this is how we want to make this decision, then I will do it on a die.
I want to make an argument.
Goes, I rolled a 1. He goes to the left.
Oh.
What was your argument case? Because you may be able to persuade him otherwise.
I don't want to persuade him. I just wanted to point out to Neil that Rhal, being a dragonborn, I would assume he would have a pretty, like, higher sense of smell than the rest of us, and that might affect his decision.
That's racist.
You're probably right.
However, you are a dwarf, so you know mines and stonework.
That's right. I'm smart at stones.
Yeah, so
can I roll a quick smart at stones check?
So I'm just going to say it's history at disadvantage.
Is Homer dead? Because this would be a good stone rock god time. Rock god.
If who was dead?
Homer's not dead. What do you want me to roll?
No, Homer's not dead. Roll a history check at disadvantage. 1, because you're at exhaustion, and 2, because you had a snap decision.
Oh, fuck. That first one was a fucking natural 20.
Actually, hold up. I'm going to rules lawyer this shit. If I'm not mistaken, stone cunning for dwarves actually makes it where they have advantage. Okay. So that would negate it.
Disadvantage because it's instant reaction I shouldn't really be letting you have.
That's fair.
And disadvantage because she's exhausted.
But advantage negates both of that.
No, only one.
If there's an advantage and disadvantage, it negates everything.
Because you can't, like, what is this, Animal House? You can't put me on double secret disadvantage.
Okay. Hang on a minute. Basically, it's just a straight roll. Yeah.
So then that's a 20.
You can have the 20. Straight roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Arch.
I will allow it. I think it's dumb, but I will
I
allow
bow
it.
down to you, God of the rules lawyers.
In that case, I need to make a decision which would be the easiest path for you guys to go through. I hate this so much.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha.
Okay, you in fact choose the right path. The passage on the right. As Balance shouts like, "We have to move! It's gonna cover everything!" And like Rhal tries to like try and dart off to the left. You grab him, use his momentum, and everyone bundles through to the right. I do, however, need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Jeez.
Can I make a request as well?
Depends.
Before Balance runs in, would he be able to drop another anchor?
How long does it take to do?
It's an action.
Not really. If you do, you're going to take all the damage.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that.
That will be my.
We're still in range of the first anchor, right?
Yes, you're still in range of the first anchor. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's still well within. Well within. Yeah, you're agreeing. Okay. All right.
Oof.
Ouch.
And I remembered to roll twice for my disadvantage.
Oh wait, no, we have the Zaltanna aura. We're good.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
I don't have my own
Paladins.
aura, though. So
Yes,
it's
you do.
okay.
Yes, you do.
Do I? So am I not at disadvantage
Yep.
then?
No. You always do this, Casey. It's your charisma modifier, not advantage.
It just gives, +3, I think.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
really dumb at this game.
All right,
So I
I'm
rolled
gonna-
14, so I got a 17.
Okay.
I got a 16.
17.
I got a 16 also as well. Wait, no, I don't. I got a 17 also as well.
All right. Well, Benno and Elise both rolled 5s, so they fail regardless.
Oh no.
I know that. Homer rolled significantly well, so he definitely passed. But apparently, these guys like rolling 5s, and she also took 5. Okay, I do and do not apologize for this. Anyone who is 18 and above, you've passed.
Oh.
You
Okay.
still take half damage.
Well, none of us are 18 and above.
Yeah,
Nope.
we failed.
Oh. Well, let me just check exactly what the damage is for this kind of thing. It's trap.
Guys, we're gonna die.
All right. Only one of you is taking half damage.
Are we getting stoned?
And that's the stuff, Bethlin.
Get the fuck out, Neil. Jesus Christ.
Neil. God damn it, man.
Keep going.
God damn it,
I
Neil.
want to know. I want to hear the rest of the story.
Neil, you can add your inspiration die
Ooh,
because that's a minimum of 1, and you got 17, right?
yeah,
So you would pass.
I would need to.
Ooh, yeah, Neil, do the inspiration because you have evasion too.
Yes, so you should be taking 0.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So
It's
Two
gone.
of you pass.
Inspirations. Yep.
Yep. 2 of you pass. You basically, as this boulder comes down and Zaltanna grabs Rhal, you basically use your momentum to like skid out of the way completely. But the rest of your companions still feel the force of this thing smashing down, and it's only little Homer who avoids most of this damage. I do not know how this is going to go, and I apologize if I smash most of you.
Rip.
Okay, that's not too bad. Everyone takes 21 damage who failed, and Homer takes 10.
Cool. So that chews through my temp HP, and then
Oh, okay. So Jens is unconscious,
What's
laying
it,
on the ground.
21?
Yes. Elise is
Oh,
okay. Just. And Homer's like looking pretty chill. Where's my Benno? Where's my boy? Come on, Benno. Oh, he's like well okay.
Ooh, Rhal's feeling claustrophobic, but he's going to try to clumsily get out a healing potion and give it to Jens.
Yeah, Jen's is unconscious on the ground. It's dark in here. For those of you, actually, you would all see like further down this passageway, you can see that there is like a couple of torches on the wall, but they're like very like sparsely spaced. Almost as if dwarves work down here most of the time, or elves. You grab a healing potion and you pour it down Jens's throat. You can roll your heals.
So 4 + 1, 5.
Oh, yay. All right, Jens is back
Rhal
on her
knows
feet.
potions very well.
Rhal knows how to put a potion down someone who's unconscious. Awesome. Get back on your feet, fighter. All right, you pour this down and Jens again wakes up from being knocked unconscious probably twice within like 5 minutes. This is not her day. How are the rest of you looking?
I'm okay.
Claustrophobic.
Good. Rhal clearly looks like he doesn't care because he's fine.
I'm claustrophobic. I don't look fine.
You look nervous. There's
he
definitely
looks nervous.
something pouring out of your nose. It's a mixture of like thick slime and blood. It's super gross.
Balance is at 35.
Zaltanna's at
Fine.
30, also at 35, but like she's started at 56, so it's not, the worst, right?
All right.
You
This
have a D8
corridor
hug heal.
looks. Yeah, it's true. You
I'm
have
gonna
hug heals.
use my D8 hug heal.
Okay. go for
Rhal
it.
surviving this thing. Taking
Rhal
no
looking
damage
a
and then
complete
hugging
wreck.
everyone up.
Yeah, he
I
looks
got an 8
scared.
on that.
He looks a wreck, but you feel much better just thinking about him, and like your wounds heal over. You feel slightly better because your hug monster survived.
Aww.
You guys find yourself in a very long corridor. It looks as though, for the dwarves in your group would know that this has taken time, this has taken care. It's taken a while, and it's very old. Probably, well back beyond what like Zaltanna would know, probably like 2,000 or 3,000 years. At least would know it's something closer to 4. These are very, very old tunnels. They have recently been used, probably... Benno would probably reckon within the last like 4 or 5 months. But more recently, very, very, very heavily. That's pretty much all you can really see. It seems to be sloping itself downwards. You guys can't see the end of it. It's super long. Do you guys wish to start moving?
Yes.
Okay. As you guys make your way further along, probably about 5 minutes later, you notice that there is a what looks like another tunnel that seems to like connect into this one that goes off to the left-hand side. You can see that it's lit along there, and you can see that the pathway that you're currently on just continues sloping on downwards.
Mm.
Do you wish to veer from your path, or are you going to continue onwards?
I'm gonna use stone cutting again to figure out which is the path that seems the most recently trodden.
That would be a survival check.
But it's the stones. would tell
You're
me.
looking for like passage, like movements. So you'd be tracking a person or a thing or objects. That's less stone cunning. Stone cunning is more like grabbing history of like when this was created and how it was created. But Benno could check for sure.
I'm going to instruct Benno to do that.
God damn it, Benno.
Is he being useless again?
A little bit.
Boy, if you don't.
Oh, his survival wasn't bad. So yeah, he can tell that almost everything coming from the left-hand path is feeding into this one. There are very few tracks that go from this to the left.
So what does that mean?
It means that people have come from the left-hand path into the one that you're currently in and continue heading on downwards. There are very few people who go back into that left-hand path.
Oh.
But you can go there if you want to.
We should continue onward then.
Okay. You guys walk on probably another 4 or 5 minutes. When you begin to detect something a little odd in the air, it doesn't smell right.
Poison.
Yes.
Shit.
I need you all to make a con save for me, please.
They're gassing us. The fuck?
They are, in fact, gassing you. Anyone who's holding on to those trinkets?
Hi.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
And Jens, hi.
No, Rhal had one.
One,
Yes, it was right. It was you three. You three have kept them all. Fuck. You'll get some
Rip
advantage.
NPCs.
Rip these NPCs.
Oh, okay.
We get advantage
Dirty
Yes,
20.
on a con save? Wow.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Keep this, my man.
What's Zaltanna's bonus? Who's my what's it? It's a 21.
With my bonus, who's a what's it? I have a 23.
Plus Zaltanna's saying, yeah, 25. Nothing hurts raw but raw.
Hopefully our NPC friends also.
Can we put that the next
All right,
time we make
so,
t-shirts? Can one of the t-shirts say nothing hurts raw but raw?
So did everyone beat a DC 14?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
Okay, excellent. You all only take 10 points of damage,
Except for
and you are
Zaltanna.
not poisoned.
Okay.
Except
Except for
for
Zaltanna, who
Zaltanna.
takes 5, because she's a dwarf. Homer also makes it, so he only takes 10 points of damage, rather than 20. So he is looking as half as useful and vigorous as he used to be.
Oh, Elisa's is a dwarf too.
Jens is going to fall unconscious regardless.
God damn
because
it.
she only has 5 hit points and the damage is 10. So she goes down again. Okay, but Elise, do not die. Come on. She got a natural 20.
Woo.
So she only takes half damage and half damage again because she's a dwarf. She looks exceptionally unwell. And then we have Benno, who did poorly.
Of course he did.
Benno.
I expect nothing less.
Even with the aura.
Well, his con is -1,
Oh God, Benno.
and he rolled a 7,
Oh.
so it only makes him 10. So he also takes 20 points of damage. But he's not down. He's okay. Everyone who failed, which is
Benno.
almost all the NPCs.
No, everybody succeeded.
Benno failed.
Yep.
Oh,
Jen's failed.
Jen's failed.
Or no, Jen's didn't fail, but she just died anyway.
No, she's unconscious. Yeah, so she.
Yeah.
I'll roll her check anyway because it will determine whether she's poisoned or not. She passed. That's fine.
Okay.
Home was fine. Elise was fine. All right. Okay. So, yeah, we're looking at Benno and no, just her. Okay. No one poignant. All right. So you guys have been affected by this strange gas. You see these arms reaching out through the wall to kind of like grab at you, but you realize fairly quickly they're just hallucinations. This gas smells strongly of earth and peppers and hot things. And it feels a little uncomfortable, but you guys kind of like blink your way through it. It kind of like burns the back of your like nose, like if you've accidentally like inhaled like chili powder.
Is this fantasy mustard gas?
Almost.
Oh my god, hold on.
Yeah. And Jens is unconscious.
And
on
I would
the
have
ground.
hallucinated a fucking like 1980s music video. You're killing me here.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Balance is just going to
Alright.
go over and put a hand on Jen's shoulder and pump in 6 points of mend wounds.
Okay, excellent. You're getting more basically now that you've healed her once, you're getting more of a grasp on how to heal her and what she is.
For 31 HP.
Holy fuck balls. You are like, you only needed one go at this. You fucking nailed it. As she takes like the deepest breath in, stands up, and she's almost half healed with a single shot. Good job, man.
She stands up, Balance gives her like a pat on the shoulder, and then continues on.
I am rarely this up and down. I mean, once or twice, but they were fun days.
Balance over her shoulder calls, really? I would have thought in your line of work this would have been a normal thing for you.
No, like dying up and down that takes years. Well, most of the time, but she kind of gives you half a wink. As you
chuckling.
guys carry on. Okay. You guys continue to walk down this long, twisty path. Probably about another 5 or 10 minutes later, you are now at the edge of your first marker point, by the way.
I will drop another one then.
Okay. Just being fair, because you would know the edge of this. So as you come to where you want to drop your thing, ahead of you, you guys see that the pathway down just kind of begins to even itself out. And at the very end of that, there is a door. The door ahead of you is made of a very dark material from trees that are far darker than you would expect from anything north of your continent, anywhere in the dusk. It looks like it has been worked and engraved with various runes and sigils, but they've not been inlaid with gold or metals. It's just carved into the wood itself. You can see there is just a very simple handle. And either side of that, you can see that there are 2 torches. As you approach this and you get closer, you can see that the pathway that you're on also turns right and slopes downwards. So we have a choice between you. There is a door just in front of you, which looks completely odd, out of place, and you see a pathway going down to your right. What do you want to do?
Would this be an appropriate time for stone cutting?
It's technically wood.
I know
Then that's
wood.
what I'm gonna fucking
wood
do.
cutting.
But I'm gonna...
I use wood cutting.
Also, I definitely said stone
God
cutting
damn it, Neil, no.
instead of stone cutting because I'm that stupid.
I'll tell you what. I'll allow one of you to make a history check at advantage, because I'm going to say that various things. Yes, hand in the air.
Balance is going to elect to be the one to take that check, please.
Okay, I'm going to say that one of these, basically the rest of the group are helping you, so you have advantage.
Okay.
It'll be either you or Elise. And
Woo, 27.
oh boy. You know this wood to be from a hill range in the south known as
Hillsbrad
Check my map,
Foothills.
make sure I get this right. That's the one. Thank you very much.
You mentioned
From
that in an
Hillsbrad
earlier
Foothills.
episode.
I think I meant, yes, only once I've mentioned this. From the Hillsbrad Foothills, very, very far in the south, where you know the trees to be more like alpine and very tall. The runes themselves are very old and very ancient. You know, they come from a time when some of the kind of more the creatures that were considered to be lost to lore, like lost in time, that may or may not have existed. But you know, these particular ones, they kind of tell of people of knowledge. They tell of information gathered, many eyes keeping an eye on all the things that are going on around them and holding their knowledge in one place. For the dwarves among you, probably would have also added the knowledge that this door has been here for a very long time, as if they have dug up to it, can't dig any further to it or around it. They can only just go alongside whatever magic is behind this door.
Balance will relay that to the rest of the group.
Rhal's gonna scratch his claw at one of the runes. Just
Take
curiously.
a perception check. I mean, you're close. You might not do a thing.
Oh, I had advantage clicks. Well, it was still a 21.
Okay. You hear the sound of someone talking on the other side. You can't make out the words very well. You didn't get a nat 20, did you? Thank God.
No, it's like an 18
you hear
plus
this,
something.
That's fine. You hear the sounds of someone talking on the other side. They seem to be like mumbling, stopping, mumbling a bit more. You can't make out the specific words. You can't even tell if there's more than one voice, but you inkle on the side of maybe only a single one.
I put my finger up to my mouth like, shh. And he says, there's people talking in there.
Then there's people either to kill or to save in there. Let's go.
How many
All right,
did you hear?
I go in.
You put your hand on the handle? You
Did
Turn
Zaltanna
it.
say, let's go?
Yeah.
push the door open?
Like that you listen to me.
Yeah, I think Rhal's bad at these things unless someone's going to tell him not to. Yes, he
Okay,
is. I have to do it.
That's fine. You open the door. You take a few steps inside just to see things a little clearer. What you're presented with is a room that is roughly 100 foot in diameter. You have arrived on a balcony that overlooks a kind of like a circular pit below you. I say pit, it's more like you're on the mezzanine of like a library or something. Because as you kind of like can see a little bit over the edge of this balcony into sort of the ground below, you can't see it exactly, but you see most of it. You can see that there are bookcases. There are bookcases upon bookcases, and they're arranged in circular patterns. But you see that the pathway between them is fairly wide. There are many old books of many colours. You can see there's lots of dust in the area too. But you also get this crackling, this charge of just pure magic. What do you want to do?
Am I inside the room or did I stop outside?
I'm guessing you could take like 1 or 2 steps in and then you see the circular room. Yeah.
I was going to let you decide for me.
Nope.
That's fine.
Nope.
I'll be in it as long as I'm safe. Is everyone else behind me and good? I can turn around and see them?
Yeah, you can see everyone.
Okay.
This room is just like a balcony room, essentially. It's just an overlook.
What you guys can get onto is like a mezzanine, a balcony, all the way around the edge of this big circular room.
Where's that voice coming from?
Yeah, I'm going to sneak forward quietly.
Take a stealth check.
Okay. 21.
Jesus Christ.
The sneakiest of boys.
Sneak forward. And as you get to the edge of the balcony and look down, unseen for the moment, you look down and see that the ground is covered in runes. You've seen some of these runes before, you think. You think they're probably actually, you wouldn't know. You've seen these sort of runes before for sure. And as you look down, you can see all these bookcases that make the circular pattern. But in the very center, there is like a raised platform, a pedestal. And you can see that there is a book on there and the pages are turning. But what is floating in the center here is... You can see that there is this 4-foot diameter floating dark green mass with a kind of lamprey type mouth, and there are 4 stalks coming out of it. And on the end of these stalks, there are some eyes.
I'm making a bad face.
It's a fucking
You're welcome. Hello there, my lovelies. That was a bit exciting, wasn't it? Now we find ourselves standing in front of a mysterious door. Wonder what's on the other side. I mean, Rhal never really told us, but that can only be good things, right? Yeah, doesn't really matter. We would like to thank our patron this week, Taysha the Bugbear. Appreciate that. Means you can continue funding us on our adventures, giving my employers money to give to me, so it's all good in the long run, right? And if you want to help out the show, but you're not able to put in money like our patrons, like Taysha there, if you could leave us a review anywhere, like on iTunes or somewhere like Stitcher or anywhere really you can leave a review, that would be really nice. I think they kind of like reading that sort of thing. Well, better go find out what this monster is. Bye.
Now, you could, like, find a stronger guy and get him to tackle one of his buddies off of the ledge. And then you 2 birds with 1 tackle off of the ledge. That is true.
That would be genius.
2 birds with 1 tackle is the name of my album. It's for an indie band. 2 birds, 1 tackle. It's our album.
Yeah. We cover Mumford & Sons and Bon Iver.
Yeah.